Well, hello and welcome to our second part of circles. Again, let's just go over a few vocabulary words just to make sure that you remember them. Again, the center is in the middle. We have the radius, which is half of your circle. We have your diameter, that is your full. And we're going to add to this also your formula for area. Remember, area of a circle is pi r squared. Your circumference is 2 pi r. And let's talk about what the tangent is. The tangent is the line that, put it on here, line that is perpendicular to your a radius or your radius, okay, perpendicular to. And so it only touches the circle at one point, okay? So what the tangent would look like would be maybe a line coming right down through here, maybe that just touches right there, and these two are perpendicular. Okay, so that's going to become important with what we're going to talk about later on. Okay, so what we're going to really focus on this one, as you notice in the success criteria, is doing writing a lot of equations. Okay, so let's just go ahead and jump in. So the first one we're going to do is when I give you the center of the circle and the radius. So again, remember that the basic formula is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals radius squared. And so on this one, since you are given the center and you're given the radius, you can just plug the numbers in. So this would be x, and then it's going to become plus 11 plus y plus 8 squared equals, and again it's radius squared, so that makes that 16. Okay? Our next one, they give us where the circle is now, and then we're going to translate it or move it. So it is at, right now, if you think about this, it's setting right now at 16.6, and it's going to go left 4. So if I go left 4, then that is going to put me at 12. And if I go up 2, that's going to put me at 8. Okay? So we are mapping it from 16.6 to 12.8. So now my new equation then is going to be x minus 12, y minus 8, and we didn't change the radius any, so it is still equal to 1. Okay? So I'm trying to give you a sample of each one. On number 3, they give you the area is 16 pi, and in order to write my formula or my equation, I need to know my radius. And so we know that the area is pi r squared, so I can actually do a substitution, and pi r squared is 16 pi. Your pi's are going to cancel, so r squared equals 16, which means that r equals 4. Okay, so now I can write me an equation. So x plus 11 squared plus y plus 14 squared equals radius squared, which in this case is 16. Okay? Number 4. Now the difference here is that you're given the circumference. So remember, circumference is 2 pi r. We know that the answer is 8 pi. So 2 pi r equals 8 pi. Your pi's are going to cancel. 2r equals 8. So r equals 4. So now again, I can write my equation. So x plus 5 squared plus y minus 12 squared equals radius squared, which is 16. Okay. There's my answers. Okay, now the last one is this time we are given the center and a point on the circle. Okay, so just an example, here's what we're looking at. We're given this and a point here. So I'm going to need to do the distance formula in order to calculate out my radius. Okay, going to need to do the distance formula. Now remember, your distance formula is D equals your change in your x's squared plus your change in your y's squared. So we're just going to run some numbers. Be sure you close that for me, Gabe. So we have y minus y. So that would be, and it doesn't matter which order you go, we'll do 2 minus a negative 7 squared plus negative 5 minus a negative 1 squared. So that's going to become plus, so 12 plus 7 is 19 squared. And that would be a negative 4 squared, which is, let me go ahead and write it that way. Negative 4 squared. Okay, and so let me get my calculator here. So we've got 19. This is 361 and 16. So that would be 377 is my diameter, oops, not my distance, that's not diameter. So that is my radius. My radius is, and maybe I should put that as R, but I use D for my distance formula. So in this case, my radius is the square root of 377. Now, I don't need to put that in as a decimal or anything, because when I come up to do my equation then, x minus, so that becomes plus 7, and y plus 1, and it's radius squared, so I'm squaring that, which is going to equal 377. And you might double check my math. Negative 7. Oh, I know what I did. My bad. I thought that was my absolute value. That's why I've got such a. I wondered why I had such a weird number. Did anybody catch that? I thought that was a 1 on my 19 instead of an absolute value. Let me change this value here. Sorry about that. There's a big catch what I mean. 12 plus 7. I don't know where I came up with 19. I was adding those two. Well, I was adding 12 and well, maybe I did do that. Oh, it's 2. That's what it is. Duh. Sorry about that. So what I mean by that, as I'm rattling here, this is a 2. I read that as a 12. Okay, that's my bars. 2. So this is 9 squared, which is 81, which is 97. Not quite as huge of a number. Okay, double check my math, please, for me. Make sure I didn't screw up somewhere else on that, but it was just me using absolute value bars and counting that as a 1, trying to scribble that in. So there's my equation on that one. Again, you might just double check my math and see if you catch me doing something else wrong. Okay. We're going to stop this video here. I think it's probably long enough, and pick up for the next video.